Hey there, guys. This is Combat Painter, Winter Tabletop Baseball channel, and we're basically joining the action in the top of the third inning here at Citizens Bank Park. It's the Mets against the Phillies. It's the deGrom 2018 replay, and the Mets are coming up to bat. It's going to be Batista, Mesoraco, and deGrom. I'm using Payoff Pitch, getting a little bit more familiar with the game system, the game mechanics, and so forth. So it's starting to flow a little bit. Every so often, I get gets a little bumpy, but just fasten your seatbelt, and we should be arriving at our destination at the prescribed time. It's going to be Jake Arrieta pitching for the Phils, so it's going to be a 6. It's a tough. We look under the tough right here. It's a 0-0. That's going to be a rare play with nobody on base. So we're going to look at the rare play section here with nobody on base. It's another 0-0, so it's not going to help. I'm sorry, it's a 7. Excuse me, I looked at the wrong side. There you go. Every so often it gets bumpy. 7 is defense, reroll, defensive chart. Let's see who it's going to be. It's going to be error third base. And it says that it's going to be an error, one base error to the third baseman. Or if it's a range check, it's a single. So it's basically we decided it was an error. So it's a one base error to third base, and that's at third base is going to be Franco. So Batista's on with an error or on an error. All right, here's Mesoraco. And it's going to be a 9. It's going to be a tough. So 44 off tough is going to be a single. See where that goes. Line drive to center. Runner on first. Advance 2 bases. So over to third. Batista hustles over to third. First and third now. And it's the pitcher deGrom. He's a 5-hitter, 8. It's going to be in play. For deGrom, we're going to look in play here on the 5. It's going to be a 93. That's not going to be within range, so that's going to be a fly ball 7. We're going to see exactly where that fly ball is. Well, we can use the 8 there. Fly ball out. See if we can get an 8. It's a deep fly, and it says the outfielder with a run rating of 7 or more scores. And at third, we have Batista. I do not think Batista's a 7 or more. No, his run rating is a 6. So we could try to score him, but we're not gonna do that. So fly ball, I believe it was 7. First and third, it's going to be Ahmed Rosario leading it off for the Mets. He flied out in his first at bat in the first inning. Let's say 6. That's going to be off tough. Feels back for the Mets. I'm sorry, for the Phillies. 73. Tough 73. And I'm going to look over here. It's a fly ball 9 on a 6. A fly ball 9 on a 6 is a short fly, so we're going to hold it. It's not going to be deep enough to score anybody. 2 outs now. And it's Jeff McNeil. Jeff McNeil had a pretty good season, batted .345 against right-handed pitchers. Say 7, that's an in play, so there's a good chance for a hit here. That's a 58, in play 58, and it is a single. A single, and it says line drive into center, runner on second scores. No runner on second, there was a runner on third, but runners advance 2 bases. So to third goes Mesoraco, and it's an RBI single for McNeil. Let's take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third. So runners on first and third. Here's 5. It's tough pitch. and that's going to be a 0-0. We're going to go to, again, the rare play, and we'll look at, we'll use number 7 here on the cards. Actually, we'll pull a card. Again, it's a 7. It's a defense re-roll. Let's see who it is. Say defensive rare play. Okay, defensive. It takes us to the defensive rare play chart. Never done that before. Okay, defensive rare play. So let's turn the chart around. We pull an 8. Fielder with range of A or B makes highlight catch. Range of C, can't reach ball. Pretty simple. Let's see who it is. It's the shortstop. The shortstop for the Phillies is Kingery, and he's a C range. So range of C. C to F, can't reach the ball. Infield, outfield, single. Runners advance 2 bases. So there's definitely going to be a run scores. It's a single. Let's see. So it's a short. That's a single through short, and McNeil goes to third. RBI single for Flores. A ball that Kingery just could not get to. Mets lead it 2-0. That's a 7. That's an in-play. Gonna read off the in-play chart here. 65. And that's going to be a fly ball left field for the third out. But the Mets pick up 2 here in the top of the third, and they lead it by a score of 2-0. All right, so Jacob deGrom. Now, all his stats are almost identical to the stats he had during the 2018 season, except for the 1 loss record. He's got a 10-2 record in the replay, whereas I believe he was 7-7 during the actual season. So let's see how the game plays. 11. That's going to be a ballpark, and the ballpark card is right below here. There we go. We get that into the picture. So Herrera is a lefty, and that's going to be at 18. So that's going to fall within Herrera's wheelhouse. 1-53 is out of here, and it's a 31. That ball is hit deep to center field. Back goes the center fielder, Jackson, to the track, to the wall, looks up, it's out of here. Home run for Herrera, Phillies center fielder. It's 2-1 now. Scott Kingery. So 10, that's tough. Tough pitch, 70. And that's a ground ball, second base, 4-3. And Arrieta. Got to do this one first. And that's a 10, tough. It's a 33. Tough 33 is a strikeout. Yeah, on both sides, so it doesn't really matter. And it's Cesar Hernandez. He grounded out his first at bat. 2 outs now. It's an 8. That's tough. 92. Not there. It's in the out range. Ground ball, second base. McNeil over to first. Go to the top of the 4th. It's 2-0. Mets in the top of the 4th. It's deGrom versus Arrieta. Game start number 25 for deGrom. Todd Frazier is going to lead it off. He's 0 for 1. He flied out to right in his first at bat. It's a 6. That's off tough. So we're going to look at the blue section here, and it's going to be a 30, and that's a strikeout. So Frazier strikes out, and that's strikeout number 3 for Arrieta. And that's an 8. That's an in play. We're going to look at in play, 44. That's a line drive. Liner to left field. So Jackson's on with a single, 1-out single by Austin Jackson, recently acquired by the Mets. Here's Jose Bautista. It's a 6. That's a tough. It's a 96. That's going to be in the out range. 90 fly ball left field. 2 outs. I like this system a lot. I mean, 85% of the results are off the cards. It's an 11 defensive check, so we're going to check defense. We're going to pull a card to see who it is. It's going to be a error shortstop, perhaps. 83, no, because the shortstop, Kingery, is a 5. We rolled an 83. That's an out. We look at the out section there. We use a 4, a line out, L4 for the third out. Mesoraco lines out to the second baseman, Hernandez. Bottom of the 4th, we are rolling Rawhide. Rolling, rolling, rolling. All right. It's going to be Rhys Hoskins. Rhys Hoskins versus righties. 260 with 31 home runs. Got good power. All right, here's the pitch from deGrom. It's a tough pitch. And it's a 0-3, and that swings right through it. That's deGrom's 4th strikeout. Out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. As you can see, this game flows 11. It's a ballpark. Santana's batting from the left side. Look at the ballpark. That's going to be an 81. I could tell you right now, 81 is going to be in play. So we're going to look here in play, 75 in play. That takes us to a fly ball center field. 2 out. And Wilson Ramos, now a Met, by the way, 7 in play. And that's a 32, and that's going to be a hit. Soft blooper into short. So Ramos is on with a single. It's 2-1 Mets here in the bottom of the 4th. deGrom's pitch is tough. Williams, a left-handed batter, 22, and he swings through it. 5th strikeout for deGrom, 3rd out of the inning. We go to top of the 5th now. Arrieta on the mound for the Phillies. He's going to be facing deGrom. deGrom is a 5 pitcher hitting card. It's an 8 in play. So we're going to look at the in play section on the 5. It's a 91. That's going to be in the out range, and that's a ground ball hit at the shortstop. Kingery over to first. 1 away. In the top of the 5th here, 6 tough on Arrieta, 32. A tough 32 is a strikeout. Arrieta's 4th. 2 away, and McNeil is 1 for 2. And that's an 8. That's in play. 36. In play 36 is a long single into the gap center field. So that's the 2nd hit of the day for Jeff McNeil. It's Wilmer Flores, no longer a Met. 10, that's ballpark. Ballpark on a righty. So we're going to look at this now. This is a fun aspect of the game. Ballpark on a righty, so we're going to look right in here. Let's see where these 2 10-sided die. 49, so that's going to fall within Flores' wheelhouse. And that says versus a right-handed pitcher, it's a 1-50 home run. And that's a 13. That ball is hit deep to center field. Back goes the center fielder, Herrera, to the track, to the wall, looks up. It's out of here. 2-run shot. Two-run shot for Wilmer Flores. He's 2 for 3 on the day. He's got 3 RBIs. And Jake Arrieta wishes he had that pitch back. Conforto, 8. That's in play. 63. In play 63. That's a fly ball lifted to left for the 3rd out. But the Mets pick up another 2. They lead it 4-0 right now here in the bottom of the 5th. deGrom is going to face Franco Herrera and Kingery. And here goes. a 10, tough. And we're going to look at Franco's 73. That's going to be in the out range. That's going to be a ground ball, second base. McNeil, 1 away. Herrera, 7. That's in play. And that's going to be 0-6. In play 0-6. That's going to be a opposite field shot. So that's going to be to, he's batting lefty. That's going to be to left field. And that's going to roll to the wall, hustling around second. But stopping there is Herrera with a double. So Herrera's on with a 2-bagger. And it's going to be Kingery now. And that's a 10. That's tough. 37. Tough 37. That's a strikeout. Number 6 on the day for deGrom. And it's a 4-1 game here in the bottom of the 5th. Runner on second. Arrieta's coming to bat. This is where we're going to look at the actual players who played, and we're going to start bringing in some pinch hitters. I don't know. Quinn is a guy who played. I don't know if I could find him. He's here somewhere, perhaps, but let's see. Garcia is another guy who played in this game. Ramos pitched. Oh, there's Quinn. Yeah. So Quinn's going to pinch hit, and then Ramos is going to come into to pitch. So for the pitcher, it's going to be Roman Quinn. He's a switch hitter. Going to write him in. Roman Quinn. Here's a pitch. And that's a 6. That's tough. And it's a tough 12, and that's a strikeout. Number 7. And that ends the 5th inning. There was 1 hit, no errors, no runs. We go to the top of the 6th. New pitcher is going to be Udubre Ramos. Udubre Ramos. Not the easiest name in the world to pronounce. He's going to be facing Frazier. Todd Frazier. The right-hander. So right-hander versus right-hander. All right, let's see what happens. And that's going to be a 9. That's tough. I'm going to look under tough. Rare play. Going to pull a card for a 3 with nobody on base. Rare play, nobody on base. 3. Pitcher looks uncomfortable after last pitch. Check for injury. Playing actual lineup, so I'm not going to be pulling for injuries right now. Every so often I do that just to, I don't know, just for a change of pace, but I'm not going to do it right now. So let's re-roll. That's an 8. That's tough. 86. Tough 86. It's in the out range. Ground ball. Shortstop. Kingery over to Santana. 1 away. Pitch from Ramos. It's a 6. That's a tough pitch. See what Jackson will do with his 69. 69, that's a strikeout. So Jackson strikes out on that pitch. And that's strikeout number, out number 2, strikeout number 1. Jose Bautista, who's 0 for 2, reached on an errant flight out. 6, that's tough. Tough pitch, 43, and he swings through it for the 3rd out. Second strikeout for Ramos in this inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. deGrom. deGrom will be facing the top of the order, Hernandez, Hoskins, and Santana. That's a 4. That's tough. And a 37. Tough 37 is a strikeout, so Hernandez strikes out. That's number 8 on the day. for deGrom. 9, Patient, and that's a Patient 27. That's a walk. Hoskins is on with a walk. Carlos Santana, it's a 9. That's Patient. 46, Patient 46. That's a walk. Back-to-back walks by deGrom. And that's a 10. That's tough. Wilson Ramos, 38. A tough 38 is going to be a line drive to center field. Runners advance 1 base. So bases are now loaded here in the bottom of the 6th. And it's going to be Nick Williams, a left-handed batter. Williams against righties batted .262 with 15 home runs. And that's going to be a 12. That's tough. And that's a 54 on the tough. And look at that. Line drive single, runner on second advances 1 base. So everyone advances 1 base basically. So it's an RBI single. And the score now is 4-2. Bases are still loaded. And it's going to be Michael Franco. Michael versus right-handers was .286 with 18 home runs. And that's a 3. That's tough. 0-2. Tough 0-2. And that's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Out number 2. Strikeout number 9 for deGrom. Big strikeout for deGrom. And now it's Herrera. Herrera is 2 for 2 on the day. He doubled and homered. Left-handed batter. And that's going to be a 9. That's going to be Patient. And that's a Patient 45. And that's going to be a single line drive into left. Runner on. They all advance 1 base unless they're 6s. 6s advance 2 bases. Santana's at third. He'll score Ramos. Let's look at Ramos' speed. Ramos is at second. I actually have the speed written on the... Yeah, Ramos is a 4, so he's going to stop at third. It's a 4-3 ball game now. Bases are loaded. RBI single by Herrera. He's 3 for 3 on the day, and it's Scott Kingery. And we are going to pull deGrom. Going to pull deGrom. He's allowed 2 walks and 3 consecutive singles here in the bottom of the 6th. And we're going to bring in Seth Lugo. So deGrom is out. Lugo is in. deGrom is out. Lugo is in. Scott Kingery, the batter. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So 5 2/3. 5 2/3 for deGrom. Gave up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits. Walked 1, 2. Walked 2. Struck out 9. Allowed 1 home run. All right, let's see what happens here. It's Lugo versus Kingery. Bases are loaded. It's a 4-3 ball game here in the bottom of the 6th in Citizens Bank Park. 10 off of Lugo. That's a tough. And 48. That's going to be a strikeout. So Lugo comes in and strikes out Kingery with the bases loaded for the 3rd out. But the Phillies pick up 2 runs on 2 walks and 3 hits and no errors here in the bottom of the 6th. We go to the top of the 7th. Top of the 7th. And it's Ramos in there. He's going to be facing Mesoraco. And that's going to be an 8. That's a tough 0-8. Tough 0-8. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. 3rd strikeout for Ramos. 1 out. It's the pitcher's spot. The pitcher's coming up, so we're going to see a pinch hitter. Actually, you know what? There was a double switch. It's going to be Nimmo. Double switch. Nimmo was moved into the 9th spot, and he played right field for that last out. And it was Batista who was replaced in right field with Lugo in the batting order, the pitcher. And it's Nimmo. Let's see what happens here. Left-handed batter, 6 is tough. 84, tough 84. It's in the out range, and that's a fly ball lifted to center. Herrera over, makes the catch. Ahmed Rosario's 0 for 3 on the day. 2 outs. 7 is in play. Good chance, 0-2. In play, 0-2. And that's going to be a liner into left center, cut off by the left fielder. A double for a 2-out double for Rosario. He's 1 for 4 now. And McNeil, the lefty. I'd like to see if I have a lefty on the bench for the Phillies. Suarez. I'm looking through the team to see if we have a Davis. He didn't. I'm trying to get the players who actually played to keep it as historical as possible. So I don't seem to have any lefties. I don't know why I don't have a lefty here within reach. Neris. I don't know where Neris is. I'm not sure if he's a pitcher, if he's a fielder. Oh, he's a pitcher, a righty. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to leave in, it's McNeil facing Ramos. Can't find a lefty, so I'm not going to worry about it. All right, 5, and that's going to be Patient. Ramos, 93. Patient, 93. Off McNeil's card, 93. That's going to be in the out range. That's going to be a fly ball lifted to right for out number 3. And Ramos gets through 2 innings. 2 scoreless innings. And now we're going to have the newest addition to the Phillies, a former Met, Cabrera, is going to pinch hit against Lugo. Cabrera will be facing Lugo. All right. So Cabrera will be facing Lugo. Let's make these changes. There you go. All right. So let's go on this. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. Score is 4-3 Mets. And that's a 4. That's a tough 86. Tough 86. It's going to be a ground ball, second base. 1 away. Next is Hernandez, Cesar Hernandez against Lugo. That's a 4. That's in the tough. It's a tough pitch, 54, and that's going to be a grounder up the middle, base hit for Hernandez. Now Hernandez stole 19 bases, was caught 6 times, so we're going to try to steal. He's a B, and our catcher is a 4, so we're going to look over here at the stealing chart. A B4. B4 is right there, so these are the numbers. We're going to roll now. Let's see what happens. There he goes. 80. What is that? 89. 89 B4, and that's a stolen base. So Hernandez steals second. So the tying run is at second base now for Rhys Hoskins. Here's the pitch from Lugo. And that's a 6. That's going to be a tough. It's a tough pitch. So let's see if Hoskins can do anything with it. And that's going to be a 50. And he doesn't. He swings through it. Strikeout, out number 2. And that's a second strikeout for Lugo. Next is going to be Carlos Santana, switch hitter. And that's a 9. That's going to be tough. 62, and that's going to be in the out range. That's a fly ball lifted to shallow left field, and in comes Conforto for out number 3. We're done with 7, and the Phillies lost an opportunity to tie the game there. It was 1 out, runner on second. We go to the top of the 8th. It's 4-3 Mets. And we're going to have a new pitcher for, it's going to be Luis Garcia for the Phillies. Luis Garcia. Luis Garcia for the, actually, you know what? It should not have been Lugo pitching. So it should not have been Lugo pitching there. So we're just going to ignore that screw up. We will ignore that screw up. Yeah. And we're going to play that inning. Not going to play that inning again. But at least we're getting the Phillies right. A lot of pitching changes in these modern games. And I'm kind of trying to run through it a little bit faster because it's being recorded, and I failed to kind of double check things, which is frustrating. So that is going to be there. Plus I'm running out of battery. So it's an epic fail. I'm not even going to upload this at this point.